Hey everyone, welcome to Warcraft Survival. I bet you didn't know just how the Vikings managed to cross the deadliest seas without fire. Imagine standing on the deck of a Viking longship, winter winds slicing through your wool layers, icy spray freezing on your beard, waves towering like stone walls around you. You have no fire, no cabin, no heating, just open air and the relentless North Atlantic. Would you survive? Most wouldn't. Yet Viking crews didn't just survive, they thrived, mastering conditions that would crush modern sailors. Here we uncover the lost strategies and ingenious solutions of history's most formidable peoples. If you enjoy deep dives into historical survival, don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts, share with your fellow enthusiasts, and subscribe to the channel so you never miss these incredible insights. Now let's uncover how Vikings turned frozen death into a tool of dominance. The North Atlantic in the early centuries CE was a storm-tossed nightmare. Waves could rise higher than your mast, and freezing salt water could turn the deck into a sheet of ice within minutes. The first thing that strikes modern researchers is the absence of fire aboard Viking ships. Excavations across sites like Skald, Osseberg, Garwad and Galestad show tools, ballast stones, water barrels, even preserved food, but never hearths or braziers. Fire, while a symbol of warmth on land, was deadly at sea. Viking ships were floating fuses constructed with overlapping tarred planks, rigging coated in pine pitch and wool sails saturated with fat. One spark and the vessel could burn in under 4 minutes. So Vikings chose cold over fire, not as a limitation, but as a calculated survival strategy. Rejecting fire created a new challenge: surviving extreme cold. Here, Viking ingenuity becomes astonishingly clear. Their clothing was more than protection, it was technology. Wool layers were engineered for maritime life, designed to insulate even when wet. Archaeological finds from Greenland to Scandinavian burial sites show a system of garments optimized for wind resistance, moisture control, and heat retention. Every morning, crew members often sewed their sleeves shut at the wrists, preventing precious body heat from escaping. Before battle or landing, the sleeves were cut free with knives. This wasn't ritual, it was survival science, applied with precision. But clothing alone couldn't guarantee life. Sleep was another battlefield. Vikings slept together in 2-person sleeping bags made from sheepskin, fur turned inward to trap heat. 2 bodies could raise internal temperatures by up to 20 degrees, turning freezing nights into survivable ones. Sleeping arrangements were strategic. One watched the ocean, while the other rested in the warm space. Lowered sails or stored gear acted as makeshift insulation, trapping warmth generated by the crew. On these ships, social hierarchy dissolved. Survival demanded equality. Everyone contributed, everyone benefited, and no one survived alone. Food aboard the ship was equally optimized for survival. Fireless meals had to fuel constant exertion in sub-zero temperatures. Excavations at trading hubs like Hedibe and York reveal carefully preserved stores of dried fish, hard bread, fermented dairy, and dense grains. Among the most ingenious was cold porridge, prepared in bulk before departure. Butter and salt preserved it, and it could be eaten directly or mixed with water. It delivered maximum energy without requiring heat, a practical solution to life in an open, fireless vessel. Vikings didn't improvise at sea. They prepared, calculated, and engineered every aspect of their survival. Even shore infrastructure played a vital role. Archaeologists have identified over 200 Viking coastal sites from Norway to Newfoundland. These weren't simple beach camps, they were fully equipped winter bases with hearths, workshops, storage and sleeping quarters. On land, Vikings could use soapstone pots, suspended hearths and longhouses designed for efficient heating and air circulation. The cold, open ships were only part of the system. Warmth was reserved for shore bases, where crews could rest, repair and resupply. This separation maximised speed, cargo capacity and safety at sea, while still providing comfort on land. Modern experiments confirm Viking ingenuity. In 2007, a reconstructed Skáldiv ship sailed from Roskilde to Dublin using authentic Viking methods. No modern insulation, no heating, no shortcuts. The crew survived not by heroics, but by coordination, shared sleeping, clothing maintenance, watch rotation and morale management. Gaming pieces, dice and carved tokens preserved aboard ships weren't leisure. They maintained cohesion, kept spirits high and prevented panic. Vikings understood something we still grapple with today. The mind and social systems are just as critical to survival as physical gear. By rejecting fire, optimizing clothing, sharing heat, engineering food, and building support infrastructure, Vikings achieved something extraordinary. They reached North America 5 centuries before Columbus, connected Greenland to Constantinople, and reshaped medieval Europe. Not despite the cold, but because they mastered it. What appears as suffering was actually systematic optimization, a combination of technology, psychology, and logistics. The lesson for us today is simple yet profound. Survival is never about comfort. It's about understanding the systems around you, using them intelligently, and working together. Vikings teach us that adaptation and cooperation can turn the most brutal conditions into a platform for success. So, the next time you face adversity, remember, the greatest tool is your mind, your preparation, and the community around you. If this story reshaped the way you think about survival, make sure to like this video, leave your thoughts in the comments, share it with fellow history enthusiasts, and subscribe to Warcraft Survival. Dive deeper with us into the strategies, technologies and tactics that allowed our ancestors to endure and even dominate the harshest worlds imaginable. History isn't just stories, it's a manual for survival waiting to be rediscovered.